you love, I think we should go for another round. Baby, I wanna take you, but we gotta cruise so we can lose the crowd. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by, live by.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan.
Don't need nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. If you feel me, babe, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't keep the beats up for me. Oh no, she couldn't keep the beats up for me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark. Showing off, she couldn't keep the beats up for me. We do whatever you like. Beats up for me. Oh no, she couldn't keep the beats up for me.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome to this week's edition of Living a Rich Life, a talk show for people who believe in change in all aspects of life so that they can live a better and more complete life. I am your host, Rich James, and I believe living a rich life is made up of 6 elements: good health, strong relationships, financial freedom, goals and achievement, extraordinary experiences, and philanthropy. With that being said, today's focus is going to be extraordinary experiences and good health. Today, I have one of the most amazing guests featured here today. Just to kind of let you know, I want to take a few minutes to a moment of silence for those who are 9/11. Today is 9/11. I did lose a friend in 9/11. So we're going to take a pause right quick to recognize those that fell in 9/11. Amen. Amen. So now, without further ado, today, our featured guest, our first featured guest, because this is a birthday weekend for me.
Mazel tov.
Yes, yes. She is an award-winning CEO and founder of Hide and Seek Entertainment, events business marketeer, talent consultant, influencer, mixer, curator, a connector, a writer, ABC TV contributor, and some would say she is the queen of Baltimore.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Welcome, Miss Heidi
Thanks.
Klotzman.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, well, thank you for joining. So did I pronounce your last name correctly?
Klotzman, yes.
Okay, okay. So we're going to get right into it, okay? There's 2 questions that I always ask. I'll give you the first one, okay? The first one is, tell us who Heidi Klotzman is.
Oh, man, I'm still finding that out. Goodness. I'm kind, I'm tough, I'm loyal, I'm formidable.
Okay, okay.
I'm reverent of my elders.
That's important.
I'm just a big lover and appreciator of music and writing and culture and art. And I like to support people that I think that are doing important, valuable things and help them reach a different level with my network. That's one of the biggest things I would imagine.
That's beautiful. So I heard you mention music. So do you play? So you know I do my research here, Heidi. Right, so
yeah.
I've seen you do a few things. So tell us a little bit about the music thing. You play an instrument?
Well, I played piano from age 3 to age 11. I remember one song. My grandma used to play at convalescent homes and take me to dance for a lot of the older folks at the homes, and that was really beautiful. And I kind of found a love for performing and entertainment. I was acting very young. I acted in a lot of different plays and musicals and stuff, and then I was singing, and I sang some opera at Goucher for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't even ask. I don't know how that happened. And I picked up guitar when I was 19 because of a guy.
Okay.
Because he played guitar and I really liked him. Just the best reason to pick up an instrument. But I've learned a lot since then.
Okay.
But I picked it up and I really learned to love it on my own. And I'm not great at it, but I don't really care. I love playing, and I love playing covers, and I've written some of my own songs. But I have a book of poetry coming out soon.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, which is like separate from the music, but somewhat connected to it.
Okay, very, very nice. So opera, right? So as we talk about, again, living a rich life, having the extraordinary experiences, again, as I mentioned, is one of the elements, right? So to me, experiencing opera, I've always wanted to go see opera. So I've been to many shows, but I've never seen opera. You got to be careful on this show, because I'll ask you to hit us a little tune with it.
Don Vicino.
Nice.
I really don't remember, dude. I mean, it was really cool. I had this, I think her name was Olga. I had a great instructor there at Goucher. Goucher's amazing. And she was trying to teach me, to come from the diaphragm when I was singing. And I try to do that now, but I've lost a lot of that. But I'd like to invest some time just for my own personal enjoyment to not get back into opera, God bless it, but to further some of the songs that I never recorded that I wrote.
Okay, so that's sweet. So what made you kind of get into the marketing and entertainment industry? I think you touched on that a little bit earlier.
Well, I was raised in an entertainment business family.
Okay.
My dad was a pretty well-known concert promoter nationally. And I grew up in that, so I grew up backstage with celebrities, and I always talk about how when I would go to an arena when I was 3 or 5 or 6, like everyone's perfume and cologne would mix together to make this one scent, and it would just be like the scent, of the arena. And I felt so empowered by it, because I saw again the power of bringing people together, helping them escape, helping them confront things, and how a talent can do all of that. And my dad was facilitating that experience at the time as the promoter of the event. So I grew up wanting to do my own small, make my own small part of that. And I started very young at throwing events and parties and stuff, even in high school.
Oh.
There was when I was 17, I curated a VH1 Save the Music benefit at our residence for a school project. And
that's a hell of a school project.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we had a Baltimore chapter, but no one had contributed yet to the Baltimore chapter. So we had 200 kids, $5 a head, and we raised like $1,000 to start off in 1998. And I had Easy Jackson on the show. He was at School for the Arts then. We were both 17. I had Naeem Hanks, which goes by Spank Rock now. And there was a rock band, and there was also another like hip hop group. So it was very diverse on the stage, very diverse in the crowd. Like public school, private school, different races, and religions and economic classes, and that's what I wanted to be a beacon of then and now.
Right. Yeah, I have to say you're definitely a beacon. I've been to several of your events. Always have a good time.
Aww. Well, you have a great personality. You're gonna have fun wherever you go.
Well, thank you. Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. So let's make it a little lighter now. Just tell me. So, what do you like to do for fun?
Eat. Everything. Mostly cheese. I love to watch films and series that I find are like evocative, that I can like lose myself in, since work and life can get pretty stressful. I love to read. I love to write. I love to spend time with my boyfriend Mo. He's a great rock of support. With my
I've met him.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
And my good friends, a very small circle of solid people. And my parents. My mom is a best friend of mine. My dad and my stepmom are best friends of mine. I mean, kind of the simple things. I guess.
Yeah. I think that's key. The funny thing is, so the eating piece. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
The eating piece.
Lifelong struggle.
There's a lot of places here that I've recently been exposed in terms of eating. And actually, some of the owners, I'm going to get them on the show.
Oh, good.
So maybe we'll have you come back and we'll try to have them bring some samples and all that.
Look at you.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
An early birthday present.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. So you mentioned your parents.
Yeah.
Are they someone that influenced you in terms of again? It sounds like your dad influenced you.
Yeah, my dad influenced me because he was a pioneering concert promoter that routed tours before there was really a roadmap for it. Before all the indies were swallowed up by the conglomerates. And I'm working on a book about his life and tenure in the industry. And he inspired me not because he did everything right. He inspired me largely because he did a lot of things wrong, and he made a lot of mistakes, and he owns up to them now. And it showed me how you can come back and be resilient from illness and from bad judgment,
right.
and from just being a person navigating your way. So that gives me a lot of hope, since we're all flawed, and we're all human. To look to him I look to him for the positive things that he accomplished, and I also look to him for some of the things that he regrets, so that can help me along the way.
Right. I think. So it's important that you mentioned.
And my mom too.
Right?
My mom.
Yeah.
I can't believe me. I'll get beat.
Right.
Like yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah,
go
exactly.
Ahead.
My mom was a totally different influence. She influenced me in terms of being kind to everyone and being good and treating everyone equally. My dad too, but treating everyone equally, no matter where they came from, or what they looked like, or what they had or didn't have.
Right.
She was just and is, a good, ethical, warm, giving soul. And so when I have my, moments of having too big of a heart or being extra generous or this, that, and the other, some of that probably comes from her demeanor. And when I have my moments of, hey, I'm not going to be taken advantage of, I'm not going to be walked on, and this is how it is, that comes from my dad.
Right.
So I think it's a good mix.
Right. Okay. That's good. So.
And they're still good friends, which is cool.
That's important, right?
Yeah.
Because it goes again just from our elements. We are focusing on extraordinary experiences and good health, and I think, as you talked about your father's relationship, some of the things, my hashtag is change. That's a big hashtag of mine, change. Because sometimes you have to readjust, right? Refocus, reset as many times as you need to.
Oh yes,
right?
honey. You are right on it. That's really where I'm at right now.
Hey, there's nothing. I would drink to that if I had a cocktail. That's a thing of mine, right? I drink to that. I'm a learn today. So as we continue to talk about, because I like to deliver a message to individuals, describe an extraordinary experience that has impacted your life, right? Plus, minus, doesn't matter.
God, there's so many. I feel like I'm having them every day now, for better or worse.
Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Let me help you out.
Yeah.
Let me help you out. See, so for me, several years, like about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I went scuba diving. So we'll take a plus, right? I went scuba diving, and that was an extraordinary, depending on who you talk to, experience for me. So now I am hooked on scuba diving, right?
Yeah.
So again, whatever, so that kind of impact my life, saying, hey, you know what? I can experience things like this, and I try to pull everyone. Now, nobody wants to go scuba diving now. Would you go scuba diving?
I have. It wasn't really my thing.
Okay.
So I was just like, where are the sharks? Sharks,
Sharks, yeah.
I know, right? I've had so many extraordinary experiences. Honestly, I think growing up with celebrities around all the time was extraordinary in that it showed me that everyone was the same. They had the same issues, the same problems, the same bad or good personalities, the same financial stuff, maybe at a different level.
Yep.
And it basically, just showed me that
We all the same.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was an extraordinary experience that I've taken with me my whole life, that I don't aspire to be that.
Right,
because I know what it's like to see people and to be people, per se, that have it all, and you still don't have peace or happiness.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back more with Heidi Klotzman here on BeExposedRadio.com. Living a Rich Life talk show. Let's talk about it. We'll be right back.
Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem.
Ooh.
Oprah said, what is the problem?
Ooh.
You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge.
Yeah,
you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
Allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry's show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have-Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to kick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have-Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season, but I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So now, according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh, God. What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh, gotcha.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this, so we go off every week right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right. Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show featuring the lovely Heidi Klotzman. Okay. So during this segment, we're going to keep the interview going.
Yeah.
And we like to play games on this talk show.
Oh, right on.
All right, so we play little games.
I was always bad at those.
Okay, well, we'll make it easy
Pick
for
last
you.
in gym, but I'm right there with you.
Okay. This is what we call the places I've been and the things I've seen. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, again, we're talking about extraordinary experiences. So you kind of just, and I'll go first. You just kind of give something in terms of, okay, maybe where you've been, where you're going. So do you have a passport?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I figured as much, right? So what are some extraordinary experiences? So where's some places that you've traveled to?
I've only been abroad once, because I was really spending all my time and energy and income into, investing back into my business, for a great deal of time. However, I really fought myself and got a passport not too long ago, a couple years ago, and then went to Mexico with my boyfriend, and it was really nice. My most extraordinary experiences, though, are about what's going on inside me, or they're not where I am. It's almost like when people say, oh, okay, I'm not really feeling how my life is right now in this city, so I'm going to move to somewhere else so that my life will be different. Like, we are wherever we go.
Right.
So,
right. I like that. I like that.
My most interesting experiences of life are really one-on-one conversations I have with people that are enlightening enough to make me look at things differently.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be some grandiose, flashy, thing. Because I had that, growing up, and that's not always the most meaningful and transformative stuff.
Right. I have to admit, I think, and we'll get to it, because part of what I enjoy about you is, I'm trying to think back, and it's called, what I have is a living a rich life moment, and we'll get to that. But I think when we first met, you were very welcoming.
Oh,
I was like, who is this? I had no idea who this guy was.
Oh, I thought I met you before. I was like, hey, good to see you.
Exactly, but it was just a good, easy conversation.
Yeah.
It just kind of flowed, and then from there, it kind of came about of having even a better relationship. And now, when I see you out and about, and hey, and this is going on. So I've always appreciated.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. You're very social, and like I said before, in off time, very supportive of your friends and the musicians in the area. I see you out. I see you posting. I see you commenting. I see you, sharing, and I see you, being someone that facilitates a lot of good, positive.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
experiences
that.
For your friends also when you introduce them to artists.
Yeah.
So
now you have talent consultant. Let's talk about that for a little.
Yeah. Sorry, I have allergies.
It's all right, me too. I got something going on with this left eye today. You have a lot of good artists. No, let me take that back. You have a lot of great artists.
Oh, that's really sweet. I work with a lot of different people in different capacities.
Okay.
Yes. You want me to talk about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Look, I like that. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah. Okay. So, there's management. There is, being an agent. There is consulting. There is being hired to market. So, in some respects, I may manage someone's career. To get them to a certain level with my experience and skill set and connections, and refer them to a slew of other people that have specialties during that. agent work, exclusive or non-exclusive agent work, I'm helping to use my relationships with venues and clients, et cetera, over the years to get them more opportunities and appearances, and to negotiate the best rates possible for their value. A lot of artists don't know their own value and don't demand it when they do know it.
Right.
So it's very important to me that they get compensated fairly and as well as possible, because it's not just playing, it's prepping, it's driving there. You know, it's the gas. I mean, sometimes it's not just driving there. Sometimes, you know, you have to fly back from somewhere, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And then it's sometimes, if you're bringing your own sound, it's loading it. It's, you know, loading in and it's setting up, and then it's playing. You know, but while you're playing, you're also reading the crowd and engaging the crowd. You don't just have your own set list. You know, per se. You're tweaking that as you go, and you're entertaining the people for the night and causing them to enjoy it and stay more and drink more and eat more, or whatever the case may be. And then at the end, you're breaking down. And that's not to mention, even if you're promoting this and marketing it to marketing that venue, included advertising in your you know, social media, etc. So there's so much more that goes into an artist's rate than just playing the actual instrument or singing. And I think that a lot of artists are not. They're just not valued the way that they should be, and I've been doing everything I can to make sure that the folks that I work with, I think
are
taken care of.
From that perspective, right? I mean, you go out there, they go out there and they perform and they have a good show, a great show, right? So they see that level of success at that moment, but the crowd, no one else really sees the underlining work, right? The time in the studio.
Yeah, of course.
The prep work.
And they don't see it for behind the scenes of people in business either.
Right.
You know, I mean, behind just working with one artist, there's tons and tons and tons of correspondences.
Right.
You know, there's tweaking things, there's logistics, there's being there for them, you know, when things aren't going their way. You know, because artists can be, you know, artists.
That's what we're going to say.
Yeah,
artists.
I'm a partial artist per se.
Right,
you know what I mean? So I understand the part of being a creative and also being someone that understands you need, you know, to do certain things to you know, to be in business and stay in business. But no idea what you were just asking.
It's okay.
Tangent.
It's
Always
okay.
tangential.
This is, hey, we talk our mind, right? We have a good time. It's
but those are the things. Those are the things that I do. I'll market an artist to my online networks, to my actual grassroots networks. I'll make introductions. But I have to believe in someone first.
Absolutely.
And now I really have to not just believe in them as a talent, but I have to believe in them as a human being and their integrity.
That's important.
That is foremost to me. Like, I would rather work with people that are kind of okay and really good people than extremely, you know, out there and not honorable. So that is, you know, you just learn that along the way.
Right,
I mean,
right.
It's just something. Over the years, you always have. There's many people come and they go, and there's, you know, disappointments.
Seasons.
And there's
yeah,
exactly. And I'm exactly where I should be, you know, right now.
Exactly.
And
she's exactly where she should be.
And around the people I should be around.
She's on Living a Rich Life talk show. That's
exactly.
Right. Again, it's not about dollars. It's not about cents. That's the second question that we ask later in the show. So to give you time to process that, and that is, what does living a rich life mean to you? You don't answer now, but that's going to come later in the show. So, you know, I heard you mention a few things there. So, me, I used to be a rule, strike that. I'm still a rule breaker.
Yeah.
Right? Are there occasions where you've been a rule breaker? Is it okay to break the rules?
It depends.
Okay.
I mean, it depends. Wisdom brings you the insight, I think. As to when it's okay to break what. Because, you know, women voting was a rule. I mean, women not voting, you know what I mean, was a rule. And all kinds of, you know, obscene stuff was legal and was a rule. So And now I think things can just get complicated. I think when you have honest intentions and you communicate properly and you're very direct, with people, it's much harder to have any kind of issue or disagreement. It's really just about being upfront and treating folks the way that you want to be treated, for sure.
I agree. That's important.
But yeah, as far as rules, I mean, I'm my own person. My business is unconventional. It's not formal.
Right.
It's just me. I hire subcontractors for certain things, but I work from home, and I've always been, a bit of a weirdo, and that's fine with me.
Fine.
People know that,
That's
and they
fine.
know that, and they meet me, and they know I'm not super normal. And that's honestly, I attribute a lot of my success and accomplishments to not being stereotypical.
Unconventional. Yeah. I like to say that, not the norm, right?
Yeah.
Because again, that's all relative. I think, again, like I said, you're an amazing person.
Oh,
so
thank you so much.
I appreciate you again.
I have a long way to go.
Yeah.
I've
We're still growing.
Yeah, exactly.
we're
I've
still
had
growing.
I've seen some of my own issues that I have to deal with, and some of my own ego stuff that I have to work on. And people are brought into your life to teach you, what you have to work on too. So I see some of that, and I have taken some of those lessons, and some of them I'm still working on, and I'm sure there'll be new ones, in the future. But I feel that we're all here and we all have a purpose, and
that's Cece. Now
we need to try to be true.
Now I'm reading your
to
mind
it.
because my next question in
what's living a rich life?
No. Some folks. So again, I kind of I do my research. In some cases, I kind of ask a few folks what they would like to know about. See, one of our featured guests. He's on the line here now. He's
I love
in.
Franklin.
He's calling
He's
in.
the
He's going to
best.
join us. He's going to join us. We're going to do it. This is unconventional, but it's my birthday. I can do this.
Happy birthday.
Hello? It's 7.
Happy birthday.
You're on live right now. It's floor 711. I'm on the air live right now with Heidi Klotzman. And it's my birthday, so I can do this. It's unconventional. We'll see you in a bit.
Happy birthday to Rich. Happy birthday to my friend Rich. Happy birthday to you.
You're going to make me blush. Oh, my goodness.
This is why I don't sing in public.
That was lovely.
But I'll sing at home.
Yeah, you don't want me to sing. That was lovely. Thank you.
Well, you said it was your birthday, so somebody better sing to you.
I know, that's right. Yeah, I always look forward to my sister. My sister, she sings back in the days. Oh, wow. See, you got Franklin calling. I got Heidi Klotzman here. We doing it up. To me, this is living a rich life. Strong relationships, good people.
What else you got
good
for me?
energy. Okay. Wow. So actually, let's pause for a second. As I mentioned, a rich life moment in time. I was trying to recall when we actually first met.
Oh, you'd know better than me.
Yeah,
my memory is on some other type.
Here go Franklin again. Franklin only because it's Franklin again. Hold on here. We're gonna let Heidi answer.
Franklin, why are you interrupting my interview like this? Oh, my love. Okay, guys, since you're watching me, let Franklin in the building. Thank you.
Oh,
we love you.
Oh, I love it. It only happens here.
Only happens here. Only happens live.
Right. So what we're gonna do is, I can't remember, but every show I have my guest sign the Living a Rich Life poster.
Aww. I thought you were gonna say word association because that stuff is fun.
Oh, well, that's part of it too. We can play some games, right? So, what I want you to do,
got it.
Provide your Jane Hancock, I guess, right? Anywhere you would like. We capture this, and I'm capturing this moment in time because I'm big on memories.
Oh, me too.
I'm big on memory. So this is a rich life moment in time, living a rich life talk show featuring the one and only amazing Heidi Klotzman. Here we go. Oh shoot, I lost the battery.
Okay, I'll finish it.
Yeah, okay.
I'll finish
take
it.
your time. Yep.
Yeah, I'll finish it when
I done jacked up everything.
we're done. It's all good.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Singing happy birthday. Got me all discombobulated.
Ah!
But it's okay. It's okay. We got Aldo in the building. He's gonna fix it up, right? Perfect. All right, so we're gonna keep it going. I just getting her thoughts as to what to write. Cause I need her to write something like she knows me a little. My motivation.
No, we're good. You can ask me anything.
All right, so
I want to ask you again because you've been in business for how long?
Said this before, but I meant it when I said it. That mentors are crucial, and it's important to doing things that you love, and correspond with them. Write to them. Some people be interested, some people won't. Write to them. See if you can volunteer. See if you can participate in some fashion. But don't forget the people. Don't forget the people who helped you when other people didn't know you. You know, when things were low, when things were hard. I say that because I remember the first people that gave me a shot was Brian Burkhart, that owns Rockwell and previously the Get Down. He still owns the Soundgarden, and he was the owner of Club One, and that was the first place that I promoted parties and events at in 2004 then, and that led to all of this. So I talk about him and I think about him a lot, and all the other people that gave me chances and opportunities and supported me, because that's why I'm here, you know.
Well, that's what's up. We're gonna take a quick break, Heidi. All right. We'll be back. More with Living a Rich Life talk show featuring Heidi Klotzman. We'll be right back. BeExposedRadio.com, baby.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me that let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I beat the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, the weed too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry fakers, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't pay, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patience run thin, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. See, I help you out if you can help yourself. Keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm steady green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king when chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. Man, see the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. Yeah, I mean, like if I got it, then you got it. Yeah, I mean, but if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't feel it. Niggas really know that I've been there from the beginning, but the more I see niggas side switch, it make me wanna bring it closer to the end, and that's why I can't fuck around with these niggas. I'll fuck around with my hoes, cause niggas acting like bitches and hoes acting like bros. Man, I swear I really don't get it. How people switch up their roles. First it was nothing but love, but nowadays I don't know. It seems like anything goes.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
I be up in the way. 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 Running on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I be up in the way. 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 Bedroom phone ring, girl in t-shirt answers me. I get off on the way that she answers me. First time saw her, I knew she was the one for me. Ever since then, we been vibing on some chemistry. It's just a matter of time. I know she feeling my vibe. I got the keys to the ride. She put her hands on my thigh. She got that look in her eye. SL what I'm riding. Royalty, call me highness. All day and overnighted. Cause it's crunch time when I'm grinding. This Adderall got me nauseous. Proceed with caution. Tired of lanes, I'm exhausted. Poppin' Zanny Zan, sipping out the faucet. I'm confused, don't know what I'm doing. Wait, what I'm doing? Got me going where the f I'm going. Out of space, where I'm going. Wait, where I'm going? Wait, where I'm going? Out of space, where I'm going. Out of space, where I'm going. I'll be up in the way. 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 Running on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I'll be up in the way. 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 Can I talk to you? I've been working hard. I've been up all night. I just been so high. I feel nothing off the sands. Withdrawals killing me. I need something to sleep. Need you on top of me. I need to get high. Dreams designer all night. Chanel should be hot in my dreams. Wearing my clear on my sleeve. I'm not who you need me to be. Indigo sound for the team. Royalty sound for the team. Hippie vibing for the team. I need space, girl. I need to get out, yeah. Slow my motions, leaning. I've been out, yeah. Never worry about me. I've been chilling. Can't do this.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right. Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show featuring Heidi Klotzman. We having fun so far?
Yeah, of course.
So far, so good. So one of the things, again, we like to do here on the show is, again, like I said, we keep it fun. We keep it, we keep it jiggy.
As light as you can keep it with such a deep, crazy person over here.
Hey, I'm just as crazy as you. So we have a game we call Word Association. And I'm going to spit out some words, and I want you to give me the first thing that comes to mind. Words, a phrase, whatever you like, okay? Real easy. I got some words that I knew right off the top of my head. So if I say Charm City.
Heart. Okay. And art, but heart.
Okay. Movies.
Why is nothing coming to mind? Because there's so much.
Right? Are you a moviegoer?
Oh, first thing comes to mind is a documentary I want to make.
Okay, there you go. We'll be looking for that. You heard it, right? We heard it. You heard. Cuisine.
Oh, Mexican.
Oh, is that your favorite?
Oh my God. Quesadillas.
Taco Tuesdays.
Salsa,
all that
every
good
kind of
stuff?
salsa.
Okay. It's that time of the year, so I will say football.
Halftime.
Halftime?
Yeah.
I take it you're not a sports fan.
You know, I appreciate it, but I'm not huge into it.
Okay.
I appreciate the discipline and the work ethic and all the stuff that goes into it. I was just never into sports as much as a kid as I was into the arts.
Gotcha.
So I don't relate as much.
Okay.
But
I
I see the value.
Yeah. Okay. I like football. I like sports.
Yeah. I don't dislike it. I'm just not
Just
like,
not
you
your
know.
thing.
Yeah, I'm not just I'm not running down to the stadium every day or anything.
Okay. So I'll just put these tickets I have away.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll be okay.
Next word. Love.
God.
Oh,
God.
see? God.
I didn't mean to, but I said God.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The love. That's heavy. She paused for a minute. Love. Okay. So much into that. Right?
Yeah.
You love what you do. God. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So we're coming to a point now where I asked the question, what does living a rich life mean to you, Ms. Klotzman? And take your time.
Yeah,
because,
no,
again,
living a rich life means to me having peace of mind, knowing that your values align with your actions. And it's fleeting. I mean, it's not constant. I mean, I really don't think any of us, being human and imperfect, can 100% all the time be living our richest life.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of nirvana you've reached, you know, that I'm not aware of, but
not at all. Not at all.
But for me, living a rich life is not giving up and just keeping moving, standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged, standing up for your people you care about, innovating when you see things being stagnant, and expressing yourself in an appropriate way, you know, whether it's through poetry or music or therapy or your friends.
Right.
But putting your emotions into something positive.
That's what's up.
And uplifting yourself and thereby, you know, uplifting other people that can also relate to your struggle and your triumphs over it.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good summation. I mean, that ultimately, because again, when you look at the 6 elements that, you know, I've kind of, again, to me, you know, that good health, it's very important to have that good health. It's, like you said, it's not a monetary thing. Strong relationships, right?
Yes. Yes.
You focus being around those individuals that are positive.
Yeah,
good
you have to
energy,
be selective.
right?
You know?
Absolutely.
Because you don't know right away. You know, sometimes
exactly.
you know how things are gonna go. So you have to really screen people well. I've learned that, you know, over the years.
Definitely in your business, in that entertainment.
Because, I mean, because when you have a network, I mean, there's a lot of people grabbing for.
Grabbing for trying to get you in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, a piece to get access. It may not always have your best interest, you know, at heart. But it's okay because, like I said, I've come to a place where I've aligned with some really interesting, you know, amazing musicians like, you know, Funcho and Sunny and Girl and Easy and just really wonderful people.
Good deal. We're gonna get all those
that have
folks,
proven themselves, you know, to be that way.
and I have talked to all of them at some point or another. So we're gonna take a quick break. So we have our next
and
feature
DJ Neil Paul before he kills me.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's my main DJ.
I like him. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be back, and we're gonna bring on our second featured guest, good friend of mine. You're gonna stick around for a little bit, right?
I love me some Franklin, man.
Okay.
Who doesn't love me some Franklin?
Good deal.
I might go eat a little something, but I'll stick around.
Okay, so we'll be right back. BeExposedRadio.com. featuring Heidi Klotzman, Living a Rich Life Talk Show.
Thank you so much. Watch Rich.
We'll be right back.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up, you gotta go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom bringing different niggas in and out the crib.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do. And I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life Talk Show. During this segment, I have the pleasure of introducing a good friend of mine. You can almost say we're family. Our second featured guest. He is a graduate from Baltimore School of Arts and Fordham University, actor, educator, health wellness guru, an amazing minister of ceremonies, a 5-star lifestyle manager, my good friend, Mr. Franklin James.
Wow. Jeez, can I come in every day just to get that intro? Well, it's a pleasure to be here, sir. Hello, Mr. Rich James. Congratulations on your new show.
Thank you. So I I have two questions that I always ask.
All right.
I'll give you the first one. All right.
Okay.
And again, I got all that information because I do my research.
I see.
I do my research. You're lucky. I was going to break out some pictures on you.
Oh, please don't. Because you don't want to recognize I had hair during those times. So. Yeah.
Absolutely. So one of the first questions that I always ask, tell us who Franklin James is.
That's a good question. Thank you. I'm a man of God. I'm a family man. I'm a friend. But all around Renaissance guy. I think more so than anything, I keep improving myself every day. I try to find something new about myself. So right now, definitely those 3-4 things never change. Being a Christian, man of God, a family man, and a good friend. That's never going to change. Now, when it comes to my lifestyle programming and what I do professionally, that changes often. But yeah, that's who I am.
That's so I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Because we're going to get into the lifestyle thing.
Sure.
We definitely going to get into the lifestyle thing. Some of the things that you're doing.
Okay.
I want to know all that because I generally like to reach out to folks because, again, like I said, I do my research.
Yeah.
They want to know. Folks want to know who Franklin James is. So they do. This is real, right? This is real. So
that's interesting. We got to double back on that. But okay.
Absolutely. So, in terms of some of the things about this lifestyle, where's some of the places that you've worked and work with, in terms of whether it's properties, again, I know you're doing some wedding things, some phenomenal things on that. We're definitely going to touch that.
I mean, so this whole lifestyle programming and lifestyle manager that I am at the private resident property that I'm at now, this took on a life of its own. It wasn't really meant to go this direction. Again, I always let God lead me. But I started off, as an actor, again, went to school for the arts and then went to New York to pursue my dreams of becoming an actor. And hospitality kind of goes hand in hand with that. As one finds his or her way, navigating the artistic streets of New York and LA, we've got to eat. So
right.
I definitely took some hotel and restaurant jobs and then found out that I was really good at it. I was really good at making people feel like they were the only ones in the room. And so, the hotel world took on a life of its own, and it paid the bills.
Right.
I'm going to keep it real. I mean, I think it's about 2% of us, that were out there paving the pavement that actually got accepted and got callbacks and that were able to maybe have a parent or an uncle or aunt support us. And I was not in that 2%. So, and no regrets at all. I definitely just let God lead me, and it worked out. Yeah, absolutely.
So of course, I'm a native New Yorker.
I know you are.
Right?
I know you are.
So I can only imagine the grind, the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, when I was doing my research, you had some, because actors gotta have the headshots.
Yeah.
You had some pretty good, amazing headshots.
I did. I had some great headshots. Are you about to don't go throwing up no headshots now?
Right. So no. We're not gonna do that for you.
No, and I was very fortunate. So just a sidebar. I know you have some questions, but today's a special day for me, and it's a bittersweet day, but more sweet now. And after 18 years, one of the first jobs I ever had was working at Windows on the World at the World Trade Center.
Oh yes.
And I was there during 9/11. So I was scheduled at 10:30 that day, and I always tell people, if the planes had hit an hour and a half later, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So shortly after Windows on the World collapsed in the World Trade Center, I found myself like hustling for jobs, and I was tired of getting Red Cross payments and Catholic charities. I wanted to work. And a buddy of mine played a trick on me, and he said, the Carlisle is hiring. And if anyone knows anything about the Carlisle, it's a 5-star hotel on the Upper East Side of New York.
Yes, sir.
And, I'm not green, but I was green that day. And I walked in, and almost 2 hours later, I walked out with a job. And Marcy Lieberman, who was the director of residence there for the hotel in the apartments or the condos, she said, I don't know why I'm doing this. Actually, I do. You have no experience, and we need someone like you. And that's how my hotel career started.
Nice.
So I didn't even realize I was working in what I was working in. I mean, the Carlisle, it takes people years to get to that level. And I'm 22 years old working at the front desk,
Right.
tuxes during the day, tails at night. So yeah,
It's a good look.
it
yeah.
was a great look.
I think, and Heidi had to leave. I think folks, we was chatting it up, so the show got a little delayed.
Oh, okay.
But we had, we did recognize 9/11
Yeah,
early on in
yeah,
the show
sure.
because I think that's important. I
It
think
is.
a lot of folks were affected.
Yeah.
I do thank God that you're here.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
we've connected. And
Yeah, you
we
know
have
the
a good
story,
time.
and again, I said I would be, and although this is not what the segment was about per se, but I said I would be remiss if I didn't give, just some commemoration to my former co-workers that lost their lives 78 that day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely. This is Living a Rich Life.
Yeah.
Featuring
Yeah.
Franklin James. Right? So this is about you.
Yeah,
This
man.
is about you. I
Yeah.
think this is excellent. This is good stuff.
You have enough time to talk about, because this has been it's been
What?
a great, crazy
Day?
It's been a fun ride. It's been a great life, but man, what a life, right?
Yeah. We're gonna keep it going. we definitely gonna keep it going. So as I mentioned, so let's talk about a few things, because I mentioned the wedding thing, and I've seen some of the pictures, some of the stuff on social media. You seem to be in high demand for Mr. Master of Ceremonies.
This Mr. of Ceremonies, or someone else put it great. I forgot how he called it. He said, "You are a wedding." Oh, I forget. It was such a great. He said, "No, take that Mr. of Ceremonies away." He was like, "You really are just the wedding guy or something." But I'll figure out what he had said, because I thought that was perfect. What it was I did a friend's wedding. My friend, I call her my sister, but she's like my best friend, BFF, and sister Jen.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did Jen's wedding about 4 or 5 years ago, and it kind of just took off from there. I was booked at her wedding for another wedding. Someone said, "Dude, you are good," and bringing the life and bringing the party,
Right.
Having grandmothers out there doing some fun things on the dance floor. But I just love to see people turned up in a respectful, great way, and a memorable way.
Right.
And so I've done now about 5 weddings, not a lot, but I've done 5 weddings where I was the, Mr. of Ceremonies, and just kind of bringing people together.
I think that's important, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm big on memories.
Yes.
And every time I come to an event of yours, it's always good memories. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Franklin will put me to work sometime, right?
Yeah, because you're good at. Because you know what I don't mean to put you to work. Don't put it like that. I'll just you're always willing to help, and you have a great smile. Everyone loves your energy, and everyone knows Rich James. That's the thing. We go to events and people know you, and they say it's Baltimore, Smaltimore, but man, you know people from all over.
Well, not like you, not like you, not like you. So as we continue this journey, and I think it's important, right, in terms of like the next generation, right? What advice would you give the next generation, just in terms of what you're doing? Again, because I do want to get a little more deeper into that.
Yeah,
what advice? Because these are tough times for the younger folks.
But they said that about our generation. They were like, let me say this. And I hate to sound so cliche, or for the sake of sounding so cliche. I think people should just live their best life, right? Just taking every opportunity that comes their way. Right. Because honestly, I think I listened when people were giving me advice, but I don't think I really understood it until you live a little. Okay. So the next generation definitely live every moment to its fullest. And again, for the sake of sounding so cliche, travel, enjoy, seek out knowledge, seek out experiences, and find out what makes you tick, that individual. I mean, I could give so much advice, but it doesn't mean anything until you go live a little. And this is coming from a 41-year-old. I mean, I know I don't look it, but but no, listen, I just because I can give all the advice. Like I have a 27-year-old sister, my baby, and I remember giving her advice at 15 and 18 and 20, because I was well into my late 20s and 30s by that time. But she just said something to me on her birthday the other day. She goes, I get some stuff now. Right, and I give like a little shout out to Miss Oprah Winfrey. She always talks about the light bulbs going off.
Right, okay.
And that didn't happen until my 30s. I wasn't Mr. Know-It-All. I'd like to think that I listened, but I really don't think I did. I think I just had to experience some stuff.
Yeah, sometimes, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes you just got to reset, you got to refocus.
Absolutely.
Readjust as many times as it takes.
Yeah.
And I've done that myself.
Sure.
It's a growing process.
Yeah.
It's definitely a growing process.
Yeah. I really wouldn't know what to tell the next generation in the sense that, because everything is so different. And I don't know what they're going to come upon. Would we ever think that we would be where we are now and the experiences and how the world is taking effect?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
All right.
Is it already time?
It's a break time already. See?
Boom.
All right. So we'll be back. More Living a Rich Life talk show featuring the one and only Franklin James. BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This bitch jumping. Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel up. If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. You playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. Now it's all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crap. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show featuring the one and only amazing Franklin James. We are here on BeExposedRadio.com. And, again, some of the side conversation when we're off the air.
Yeah.
I switch sometimes. I wish I could just let the mic keep going.
Yeah.
But we'll keep it going because people want to know. People want to know about you, Franklin.
Okay.
All right. So I generally like to ask folks as I do my research. I say, what are some questions you want to, ask Franklin? And people actually responded.
Oh no! What? Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
That's great.
So one question was, fears. Do you have any biggest fears? And if so, why? And this comes from, again, I ask folks that, so we have a couple of mutual friends. So tell us, biggest fears.
I think my fear is not being good enough to or being good enough at whatever I, said I'm going to do or what I'm going to do. So, and I don't walk around with any just fears on my sleeves, but I think there's just a natural fear with anyone, but especially me, just making sure I'm doing, the best that I can at whatever I said I'm going to do. But just overall, I don't have a lot.
No fears of spiders.
No,
snakes.
No, not at all.
All right,
no.
okay. I think that's I think that's important, right?
Yeah.
Because again, I generally don't have any fears either.
Yeah.
It's just a good understanding that, hey, am I being the best that I can be?
Absolutely.
And in some cases, I wasn't always the best I could be. So again, I'm still learning. I'm still growing.
Okay.
I recognize that.
Right. Yeah.
And it's change. Again, my hashtag is change.
Yeah.
So
your new hashtag.
Making a change.
That's
baby.
it.
Making a change in all those 6 different elements.
Yeah.
So let's keep it going. So you have no fears.
No.
Do you feel you found your purpose?
Oh
in life?
gosh, that's a great question.
Right.
I think I found my overall purpose when it comes to just self, in the sense of just where I am right now. My purpose right now is I think I found it. But again, who's to say what happens in 5 years, right?
Right.
My purpose is to be a great son, to be a great leader in the community, to be a great lifestyle guru amongst the hospitality peers that I've, garnered along the way, and to be a great Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fair. So, what does the future look like for Franklin James?
Oh, it's bright.
Right?
It's bright.
Bright.
It's always bright. Sometimes I have to put sunglasses on. It's bright. I'm always excited. I'm never one. Of course,
I have to say that. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No,
but
please.
I do mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Every time I see you, it's like, okay, it's a good. The energy is good.
Yeah,
energy is
and
always
let me
good.
say, people always say, "Man, you're always changing jobs." It's not on purpose.
Right.
I never set out, "Oh, I'm going to get a new job. I'm unhappy here." There's been so many opportunities that have come my way, and I've been nothing but blessed. So, just to go back to the question you had asked, what would you say to the next generation? Remain open. Take every opportunity and go with it. That makes sense. Nothing. I mean, everything legal, everything professional, and go with your gut. Definitely go with your gut. I've always gone with there's sometimes I've said no to things for sure.
Right.
But I've been blessed with so many opportunities. But it's because I've always set myself in position to receive.
Right. That's big.
I've been blessed to be at the table literally and figuratively. Some people say, how do I get to the table? Some people can't even get through the door.
Right.
I think when education helps, but also being a positive person. I don't wake up. Listen, we all have our days. I wake up some days and I just don't feel like it, but I got to shake that off before I leave the house.
Right.
And people are naturally drawn to that. No one wants to be drawn to negativity. No one wants to be drawn to just a naysayer. So.
Yeah, that's good points. Good points.
100%.
So the topic, the focus of today's show was extraordinary experiences and good health.
Yes.
Right. Tell me a little bit about, again, what tips in terms of good health. So, again, like I said, I did my research. There's some things that you have going on, and from a wellness perspective, that probably rolls up into the whole lifestyle thing. Can you share some of that?
The current position I'm in as lifestyle manager for the private residential property that I'm working for, and the reason why I keep saying private is that I didn't get the release to say their name, so everyone's still on vacation. But anyway, what I do is I plan the health and wellness programming and the lifestyle programming, which is the social programming. So everything from Reiki healing to yoga to having a bourbon night to trivia night. So, the building I'm in is one of the most expensive rentals right now in the city. So the residents pay a nice dime, not a penny, a nice dime to live there. So, I was tapped to make the experiences out of the box experiences. Nothing. I mean, of course, not just your typical yoga. We do sunset and daytime, early morning yoga. a little bit of music with that from a different, experience. The Reiki healing, that's all with, wellness, meditations every, twice a week. It's really with that mind and body connection, keeping everything connected. And you wouldn't believe how important that is to people today. This was a big thing in the West Coast for a while, and so our owners are wanting to bring that from the property we have on the West Coast here to the East Coast.
Okay, well that all rolls up into the good health.
Yeah.
So yoga, because we got a couple of tips here on living a rich life that'll help you out. I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go.
No, seamless living. That's our mantra.
Seamless living.
First of all, everything is by the phone now, right? But
Yes.
when you're paying what you're paying for, rent or condo fees and all, and you actually have a lifestyle manager, just know that this title was created for me.
Right.
And now you're starting to see lifestyle managers popping up everywhere, which is fine. They say the greatest form of flattery is imitation. Yeah. Right. We'll take it.
Yeah.
But when you are living in this type of environment, they said, well, this is not just a concierge title or a position. This is definitely something a little bit more, and it's all about lifestyle living. So people want ease of service, but they don't want you to be too intrusive.
Right.
But they want to know that you are connected with everything, whether it's from personal shoppers to cooks to restaurants to the yoga teachers to knowing where to get the best yoga mats. I mean, you've got to know everything. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't realize how connected I was in just the whole lifestyle programming until I was put in that position. And I really thought leaving hotels after 23 years, I would lose all my connections, but my connections have become stronger.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because again, I've been to where you're currently at now, and I don't know. I won't say I don't know how you do it, brother, because I do know how you do it.
Yeah.
All of the residents know who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm almost certain you know them.
And I
by
know
name.
them. And that's big.
That's
I might
huge.
not know their apartment number, but I know every resident. I'm gonna give myself at least 98%. That's only with the 2% that moved in the last couple weeks. But I will know their names by Friday.
I know that's
so
right.
I pride myself on that.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick break again. We're going to come back a different segment.
Okay.
We have some fun. We play a few little word games.
Oh, wow.
We also have something that I call living a rich life moment.
Okay.
A moment in time. And we'll talk about that. So we'll be right back. More Franklin James, BeExposedRadio.com, Living a Rich Life talk show. Let's talk about it. Be right back.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
Just broke up,
and go past the first 3 lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once.
like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life talk show featuring Franklin James. So again, some of the offline conversation, we keep it going.
Yep.
Franklin drilling me. That's what I love. Some things just never change. It's a good thing. It's good conversation, good dialogue. So what I want to do now is, again, what I call Rich Life Moment in Time.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we call each other cousins.
We do.
Right. So
we are.
We are family. We are family. So
it's not that many Jameses out there.
Exactly. So every show, what I do is, I'm big on memories, as I mentioned.
Oh, gosh.
I like to have my guest sign the Living a Rich Life poster.
Okay.
This goes down in history. So, you're going to do lifestyle management, and Lord knows you might have your own properties. I can envision a lot of different things.
Thank you, sir.
But I want you to sign this for me.
Okay.
So I want your John Hancock.
Yes, sir.
I want your Franklin James. And, feel free to write something. You got a whole bunch of room. Anywhere you like. That's what we do. We call this a Rich Life Moment in Time. Because, again, let me see. We have first connected. How long ago?
I was trying to think about that.
Yeah.
When I remember us meeting. I mean, it's been years. It's been definitely at least 8 to 10 years, somewhere in that realm. And I just remember when we met, we connected instantly. And, of course, boom. No, you really don't know? No. It was when I was doing sales at the Oceanair, and then I took over because one of the bartenders walked out.
Yes.
And they said, Franklin, we need you behind the bar to help bartend. And I was like, okay. And then I met you, and I'm not gonna name any other names, but I met all the friends, all the Morgan people, the class of whatever class it was. And let me tell you, that night was the highest grossing night behind the bar still to this date.
Oh, man.
And you all kept coming. And so then I was like, well, I'm making more money out here at the bar. So I kept those 2 nights as a bar. And let me tell you, it would be 5 and 6 people deep. But it was always you and the crew.
Yeah.
And that was like 2011.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
I forgot all about that.
That is crazy. That's literally Oceanair.
Oceanair.
My best
Harbor
friend.
East. Yeah.
My best friend from college.
Yep.
I remember that. And then actually, you had your birthday there one year.
I don't remember any birthdays. I'm like, don't be pulling out.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I do remember that.
We had a good time. I remember that. I remembered. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because is that how you met Eric at my birthday?
Eric.
Dr. Eric.
Yes. No.
Because Dr. Eric was at my birthday too. You just had him on recently.
Yep. But I met Eric at the barbershop.
When? The one on York Road?
Yeah.
I used to go there when I had hair. Frank used to cut my hair.
Yeah, well, we won't go there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, that is crazy. But that's Baltimore, Baltimore for you though too.
Yeah, good folks, good energy, good people. That's what's up. So that's our segment of Living a Rich Life Moment in Time. We just walked down memory lane.
I forgot all about it, and it just popped in.
Holy cow.
I never remember how I meet people, but that just hit me. Because I was thinking on my way over here, I was like, how I've known Rich forever, but I don't know where I met you.
Yeah, that was, so like we said, life goes up and down.
Yeah, it does.
That was at a high point. I remember that.
I mean, I've seen, it's been a great
change.
roller
We
coaster.
adjust, refocus.
That's it.
Like you said, we almost, we had a good time.
All in Baltimore at that.
Yes.
Because I had just moved here from New York. Around that time, So I didn't, it's interesting. You call that a high point. And I was like, what am I doing? I just did,
Right. Different times in life, right? So again,
I
think having, kind of going back to those 6 elements, we're able to sustain our relationship.
Yeah.
And I think it has
for sure.
grown.
For sure.
So I appreciate you being on the show.
Absolutely.
I really do appreciate you being on the show.
Well, sustainability, I think, first, black men, we need to stick together. It's not a like an option. I mean, people make it an option, but when you meet positive African American men, no matter where they're from, what side of the tracks they're on, I think it's important to sustain relationships. Because you never know when you have to reach back and pull that brother up. You never know what he's going through in his life at that time. But when you find somebody solid, you should roll with them, rock with them, and keep it going.
I'm
for sure.
I'm working on some things now still,
Okay.
So but it's part of life.
I just want to carry the bags. Can I go with y'all? I just want to carry the bags.
There you go. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna carry your bags. I'm gonna carry your
carry
bags.
each other bags.
There you go. So in terms of folks, how can folks stay connected with you?
Okay.
Let's share that information.
Sure. I am on social media, so you can find me on Instagram, Janklin Frames. I'm a part of that era where I'm with social media, but then I'm not. Of course, everything was Franklin James, and I remember one of my colleagues. He said to me, "Man, you gotta make it fun. Instagram is not supposed to be so stale and trite." He said, "Make it fun." He was like, "All right, your new name's Janklin Frames because you always wear cool glasses." And so you can find me on Instagram at Janklin Frames and Facebook, Franklin James.
Okay. Okay. Those are the only 2 you do.
The only 2 that I do that's public.
Okay.
Some things you got to just keep for yourself.
True. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I might be a very public person, but when people don't listen. When people come to my apartment, they're like, "You live here?" Because it's so quiet.
Right.
And I'm a very private person when it's time to be private.
Yeah,
so,
there's nothing wrong with that. I would think, right? As a lifestyle manager.
Yeah.
Because we keep it 100 here. You see a lot of things.
I do.
You know a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So when you have that point in time where, just want to step back into your own world, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty private
myself.
So
it's interesting, especially when you said you see a lot of things and know a lot of things. People say, what do you attribute to your success in hospitality?
I'm gonna need you to get out my head.
Was that your next question?
Yes,
I love it.
Yes.
So, and I gotta give respect to this man, Mr. Don Coley. He was the doorman at the Harbor Court, which came to Royal Sonesta, which turned into Harbor Court that turned into Intercontinental, that turned into Royal Sonesta.
Okay.
And we lost Mr. Don in July, but when I learned a lot in New York, but let me tell you, I got to Baltimore, and I was his relief as a doorman, and that man in that 1 year taught me more than I have ever learned in 23 years.
Wow.
And the key thing was, he said, you want to be successful in hospitality, anonymity is key. And if you notice, I slipped up and said the barber's name, but one thing is I will never name names. And you got to keep some things private, because especially in this day and age of social media, everything is just so out there, right? People respect you when you, and it's not that they're trying to hide anything, but it's just something about keeping confidence and keeping people's names out your mouth and off social media. And I'll say to your audience, keep something to yourself and for yourself. Everything doesn't need to be shared.
I agree. So let me. I think just from that perspective, because folks post stuff on social media
all day, every day,
and most of the stuff, again, I'm big on building memories.
Sure.
And I share a little bit of memories.
Yeah.
But I notice that when I post certain things, sometimes they wonder, oh wow, he knows that person, or he knows that person.
Yeah.
And then they want some insight, but there's really no insight. I'm just posting pictures of good people that I know, and familiar with, and
yeah,
they have a good time. You know.
You know, one thing that it's a blessing and a curse with social media. Obviously, it's a blessing because you can stay connected in more ways than we've ever thought in a million years.
Yes.
The curse is that people tend to tell your narrative.
Right.
I'm always impressed, and I'm going to give it up to my sister, my best friend and my sister. I watch her storyboard on Instagram, and her narrative is so pristine. And it's like you can almost tell what she's saying by the pictures and the events that she posts.
Right. Okay.
But there's so much more
to it.
And it's like, and I'll look at my Instagram. I'm all over the place, right? But I'll post what I want to post.
Right.
But it's interesting. People make assumptions on what they see.
Yeah.
So if you don't want people to create the narrative for you, always just be in control of your feeds and of your posts. Yeah, and I'll say that to the next generation for sure.
Control your own stuff.
So here we are too, Rich. I tell people all the time, my life is an open book.
Right.
But I don't think that's so true. Because there is a lot that I will reserve for myself.
Yes,
my life is an open book when it can help someone become better. If I can tell my story, because let me tell you, I've had a lot of little wounds along the way and some bruises and some cuts. So if I can tell any young person, especially a young black man, if my story can be any inspiration to him or her, whoever, then I will definitely tell the story. But I'm not so quick to want to be like, regurgitate it out, because everyone doesn't have your best interest.
Exactly. I remember sharing with some folks that, hey, this is what I'm doing, right? And to the point where some folks, they didn't believe it, right? Some folks were, they didn't believe it, but they still supported the vision, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah, they was like, okay, whatever. And then some folks was just like, they just had something negative to say.
Yeah.
But
always.
that's okay, because people will be people. But again, my circle has sort of
evolved.
It is evolved and it's gotten smaller.
Yeah, of course.
But that's okay.
One of the sayings I used to always hear, and now I get it. Like again, the 30s, especially now I'm 41. I get so much that my grandmother and my grandfather would say, but especially my grandmother. And she would say these sayings. I'm like, what's she talking about now?
Right.
One of the things she used to say, I know a lot of people, but who I call friend, I can count on one hand. And I'll tell you that you know a lot of people, I know a lot of people, but who's in my close circle, that's one thing. But who I consider a friend, completely different. And people will be very surprised who I consider a friend and who's not. Because you say, I know I'm a friend, I'll just smile.
There you go. So a lot going on.
Okay.
A lot going on.
We could be here forever. I know.
This is true. That's all right, though. We're going to keep it going.
Okay.
So one of the things that, and again, just recently with the show and everything, how do you balance the lifestyle, the work, right, and hobbies and having fun? It can all be connected, but
how do
you balance the work life?
It's very simple. And I'm telling you guys this. And if people say, you're not 41, or if I do look fine, it's great. But I'm going to tell you what I do very well. I take naps. I'm not even joking. People say, you sleep a lot. Are you depressed? No, nothing. I love my rest. And because I'm so exposed and because I'm so out there and I'm always on 1,000 with every event, with every social, meeting or gathering, sidebar, every invite doesn't require RSVP. You'll catch it later.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, with the invites and the RSVPs that I do attend, a lot of it's draining in a good way. Like, I work 60 hours a week. That's what comes with hospitality. And then, coupled with the social events and then the health and wellness, and then trying to attend certain functions that benefit not only that person, but me as well, because that's my brand on it. When I get home, I rest. And I don't mean napping like always sleeping. Like I will go, like you remember Grandma said, go lay down somewhere. I will go lay my butt down somewhere. And I'm telling you, it's eating too. I used to put a lot of crazy stuff in my body. Drinking,
good health,
and food that wasn't always the best for me. And that stuff catches up with you.
Right.
And I'll share with everyone, I had a heart attack at 39. It's a minor heart attack. They called it a cardiac episode.
Okay.
But that opened my life.
Right.
That opened my eyes. That opened my life, and that changed my life to just wanting to live better. I mean, it scared the living hell out of me. I woke up being airlifted to, a hospital in Virginia because shock trauma couldn't treat me here. Like, it was that, and I'm being flown, and I wake up, and a guy's doing CPR on me, and so everything that I had put in my body, and again, it wasn't always bad food, but other things
gotcha.
that I would, indulge in, and I would experience it from New York all the way to Baltimore. It caught up with me, and so that's where this whole lifestyle change came. And listen, I didn't go seeking it as well. God brought that to me. I said, God, I listen, when you were pleading for your life, like, God, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. I will change my life. And he gave it to me. He says, and I believe you, son.
Right.
And I'll make sure that you get what you need only if you are ready. And when you are facing your mortality, and I can't speak for everyone, but I was facing my mortality. And I was like, I'm ready.
Yeah. And I think he delivers that message in other ways.
Oh, sure.
Because he's delivered that message to me at this point in my life. In this season, he says, hey, you're ready. I was making some bad decisions.
We all have.
And it wasn't good. It was affecting me dramatically.
Yeah.
It was affecting my family. It was affecting, my lifestyle, right? And I had a health issue myself. Again, I was down for like 45 days.
Wow.
I lost some weight. So this all came to be, this whole talk show thing, these whole elements were about, hey, you know what, you got to have good health.
Yeah.
You got to have strong relationships.
Yeah.
The financial freedom.
Yep.
Again, that's some decisions I made. All that's part of it.
You know what's crazy? People aren't stupid.
Right.
Sometimes people try to walk around and think like no one sees this chaos that I'm living. First, is no one's business.
Right.
The chaos.
Right.
But I think what happens is sometimes we try to cover a lot of stuff up, and it's so crazy, Rich, and not to get too deep, but
we get deep in, baby.
I knew without even knowing, because we're connected.
Right.
I knew that there had been a change in your life for this to happen, and you weren't never a bad guy, but again, we when we were younger, the great testament about all of this is that we're here to tell the story.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people make it to tell their story.
Amen. Amen to that.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break. We didn't get a chance to play our game, our word association.
Are we going to play that?
Yes, we're going to play that. So we'll be right back. Living a Rich Life talk show featuring my good friend Franklin James here on BeExposedRadio.com. We're going to continue to talk about it in a break. Yes.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools?
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted, and an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. Right. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure that when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't. All right, let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now. now. It's like, no, y'all don't understand, but I've been through some things, okay?
And you know what? No. I applaud you and I salute you, because a lot of times we do not take the time to say, I'm okay and I'm okay with me and there's nothing wrong with me and I'm amazing and I'm blessed and I'm strong and I matter.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Skyline Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Living a Rich Life, featuring Franklin James. We're having a good time. Again, like I said, I might work on just letting the cameras keep rolling. That's a project of mine.
Hey, if you got the sponsorship, you know.
We are going to at one point in time, we're going to take the show on the road.
Nice.
And we coming to see you.
Okay.
We come to see all our past guests, and it's going to be a good time.
Happy birthday to you too. Early birthday. I know your birthday's Saturday.
Yes.
You know, you want to put your Cash App out there, Venmo. That's what everybody does now. That's the thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
too much to me.
It is a lot.
That's a little extra. Just come out, buy me a drink or something, and we'll call it even.
There you go.
So. So we talked about the lifestyle, we talked about some experiences, we talked about good health.
Yes.
Hobbies. Does Franklin James have some hobbies? Do you play chess?
Not the way I'd like to. I'm learning golf right now.
Lord,
chess was put on hold because I was learning chess earlier part of this year. Because I for some reason, I thought I knew chess, and I must have been confusing it with like Parcheesi or something. I don't know, but I was like, I don't know this game. So I think I'm learning golf right now. So golf is a hobby.
Yeah, you got me dropping stuff.
Can they hear you?
Probably not. They can hear me off of your mic.
Okay.
Got me dropping stuff.
So yeah, I love golf. I love horseback riding. I love swimming. I like to be out in nature. I love traveling.
All right. Yep, we good. Our engineer came in.
Boom.
We having these technical faux pas.
I have a lot of hobbies. I collect old coins. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. I love art.
Okay.
I actually have art just laying around my whole apartment and I need to have it hung. And a buddy of mine who hangs paintings for a living is like, dude, you need to hang these up. I need to have my own art show from the art that I've purchased over the last 20 years.
This is the city for that. This is the city for that. Yeah. So let's play our word game.
Okay.
Word association. Okay. I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to give me a first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So the first word, Baltimore.
The best.
Oh, nice. Okay. Food.
Guru.
Oh, can you cook?
I can't. I can't cook, but I am the food guru.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
I have a palate like none other.
Okay.
My dad says I can cook, but I don't think I can cook.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's that time of the year, so I'm gonna say football.
Oh, Ravens.
Nice. That's what's up. How about Charm City?
This is weird. I have schmoke. When you say Charm City, I think of schmoke. I don't know what. That you said the first thing that came in my mind.
Right. The good one of our mayors of the city. Yes. All right. So are you into politics?
I am.
Yeah. Oh, we don't talk politics.
Okay,
so
good.
no, we don't talk politics here. We don't talk
good.
politics here.
Good.
So, all right, my last word for this segment in terms of word association, I'll say, because you're a foodie, you say, so steakhouse.
Oh.
And I'm looking for a good one to go to.
Right now, for a great steak, I would say Capitol Grill right now.
Okay.
If that's the more branded one.
Okay.
For more mom and pop, Sopranos.
Okay. All right. So we gave them a quick shout out only because I asked.
Boom.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
We might get them to be sponsors now.
That's
Don't
right.
mess around with me. So as we go through this journey, I said earlier, there's 2 questions that I always ask on this show. The first one is who you are. The second is, what does living a rich life mean to you? Now, we'll pause for a minute.
Okay.
And I say that because, again, the whole 6 elements, living a rich life, depending on who you ask, the different age brackets, I get different responses and have always gotten a different response. At this point in your life, again, I put 6 elements, and I'm sure some of your response will fall within there. So
correct.
I ask you, Franklin James, what does living a rich life mean to you?
Out of those 6 elements?
Out of the 6 elements, whatever you envision.
First of all, I think a lot of people have that connotation, the word rich. It has nothing to do with money, but it has a lot to do with wealth. And what I mean is the wealth of great relationships and strong relationships for sure. The wealth of extraordinary experiences. The wealth of good health. So I think it's the abundance and the solidness. That's what I would think of wealth. Again, nothing to do with money. It's having just the tops of everything with relationships, with experiences, with good health.
Okay. That's easy. We don't need to say nothing else other than that. It's real easy. Sometimes folks get confused in terms of, they think of automatically money.
It's real simple.
And things of that nature. But again, my brand, which I think is not just a brand, but to me it's a campaign of life.
I like that.
Not just a brand, but a campaign of life.
Wow.
And my logo, it actually features like a fuel tank.
I saw that.
Right.
Yeah.
So on the left side is generally the empty, all the way on the right. So depending on where you are, good health,
full.
Right. Strong relationship,
full.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Financial freedom,
full.
That's what we're trying to get.
Right. Yeah.
It's okay. They come. Goals and achievement. So that's
they
that
all
balance.
Connect.
Exactly.
I think people say, I can have one, but I think when you strive for all of them, it can happen.
Yeah.
But it keeps you striving for something. Because if you settle, which that's not a word I use often, but when you settle, it makes you stagnant, and it keep you, I think, not so wealthy in your desires and your endeavors.
I agree. So, all right. Well, that's a good response.
Well, thank you, sir.
Natural, right? Natural.
Well, thank you, sir.
There's no judgment there. No judgment. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up.
Okay.
Because again, we actually cut the show kind of short. Because I would have loved to have you for 2 hours. So at some point in time, I'm gonna probably bring you back.
Sure. I would love to be back.
We're gonna dig in, and I'm sure we're gonna be at a different level, which I'm hoping and praying, and I'm almost certain we will.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you all around the neighborhood.
Awesome, sir. A great neighborhood it is too.
Exactly. So as we close out, this is what I call living a rich life recap.
Okay.
So I generally like to end with a quick reading. So bear with me. What is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experiences. Furthermore, making positive changes in your lifestyles, unhealthy habits might seem a little difficult. However, you want to be healthier, you want to eat better, you want to exercise more, you want to be more relaxed. You need more sleep. I take my naps too, frankly. You are not alone. Take the time for extraordinary experiences and take the time for yourself to be healthy. Again, I am your host, Rich James. Thank you, Heidi Klotzman, for joining. Thank you, Franklin James. Tune in next week here on Living a Rich Life Talk Show, where we will feature writer Gigi Renee.
Wow.
Here on Be Exposed Radio. Let's talk about it. Thanks for joining.
Awesome job, dude.
Thank you.
This is the most fulfilling thing I've done in so long.
Oh, I appreciate it.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you